What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Knicks Nation, Knicks Nation, Knicks Nation. What's going on? Hey, this is one half of the pod couple. My nemesis will be here shortly. He's having some technical difficulties right now, but he will be here. He will be here. But on a serious note, ladies and gentlemen, while we're waiting on Kev to get here, I look, who just pops in the building? You know what I'm saying? At the top of the hat,
Hey,
my man Uncle Freezy. Uncle Freezy, what's good? My man, my mellow, what's good?
what's good? What's good? How you doing, bro?
I always tell you, brother, any day above ground is a good day. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Any day
Amen.
above ground is a good day. But I always, and I said this to someone the other day, and this gonna make you smile, Freezy. This gonna make you smile. What I'm about to tell you right now is gonna make you smile. How good and pleasant is it for brethren to dwell together in unity? You know what I'm saying? That,
Amen, bro. Yeah, man.
boy, look at here. People don't understand what that phrase means. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I want you to do, I want you to go back, play this back, and listen to that phrase, and then reflect on it for about 2 to 3 seconds, and figure out what that means for you. You know what I'm saying? That's a powerful statement. That's a very, very powerful statement. Hey, my man Hector is in the building. Salute, 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 salute. My man CT's in the building. The streets are buzzing, my guy. Oh my! Look, listen, CT. I need for you to give me that secret sauce, right? Because right now you all over, mainstream media. They got your phrase coined all over the place. You know what I'm saying? You need to go ahead and copyright that thing. I'm telling you
Yeah,
right now,
man.
copyright that thing so you can benefit off of people stealing your phrase. You know what I'm saying? But what I was about to say was this. On a serious note, uh, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Ron Cleveland and his family because they're going through some things right now, and I just want to make sure that we send our thoughts and prayers to the Cleveland family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm with you, boss. Yeah, we got to make sure that we keep our guy in our thoughts and prayers as he navigate these choppy waters
Facts,
and hope that they are better when they come out on the other side.
facts. No doubt, no doubt,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
no doubt. I'm waiting. See. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I tell you, right? When you have a person that is, let's say, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that to my boy. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna bash him while he ain't on set, right? I'm gonna wait for him to get here. But when he get here, he
Then
about
he
to get
gets
it.
bashed.
He about to get it with both barrels. I'm telling you right now.
Right.
I ain't
Right.
gonna get it while he ain't here, but when he get here, he gonna get it with both barrels for
Right.
sure, for sure. But while we're waiting on Kev to show up, you know what I'm saying? We had talked about, or we wanted to talk about, kind of what did the Bucks winning the championship mean to the world of NBA, and how that reflects to the Knicks. So what people don't understand or what they don't realize is that Giannis and Middleton, these guys played together for 8 years, Freezy. 8 years.
Right. Right.
So you can't expect for someone to get signed day one and be able to produce a championship. That's unrealistic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Eight
Right.
years, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Right.
stop playing with me right now.
Right. They developed Giannis, and what people don't understand is when they drafted Giannis, the draft night that they drafted Giannis, I think it was 2013,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
They said the New York Knicks, I'm sorry, the Milwaukee Bucks select Giannis and Antetokounmpo,
Hmm.
right? And when they put his name, nobody was even confident in his name right. They had no idea, basically, they had no idea who this guy was. They were looking at videos shot on a phone of Giannis playing in some second league in Greece.
Yep.
And the thing was, it was such a weird situation because nobody was certain that Giannis was going to be anything, right? Was he going to be a shooting guard, right? Yeah. Was he going to be a small forward? Nobody had an idea that he would become an all-star power forward in the NBA. Nobody knew that. Nobody knew that.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
But it goes to show, though, that even if you take a chance on a guy, if you are patient and develop him, what you have on the other side of development may be something that is irreplaceable.
I agree 110%.
Right. And they got Chris Middleton also. He was a throw-in in the Brandon Knight deal.
Mm-hmm.
Right? A throw-in.
Yeah.
A throw-in.
Facts.
That's crazy. A throw-in in the Brandon Knight deal. Right? And they developed him to a point in their culture. They brought him along slow, and they wound up getting rewarded for their patience.
They did, in a way that I don't think they really thought that they would be where they are right now today. I think that in certain sectors of fandom, they thought that it was possible, but if you ask the average, so of course your fans are going to say we want to win the championship, we want the chip. That's Knicks fans will tell you the same thing right now today. We want the chip, but when you actually get into a position to where these things become realistic, it's not so much a far-fetched dream. This is something that we can actually accomplish because this dude that we drafted, a young Antetokounmpo, you know what I'm saying? That little skinny guy that we didn't know that was going to develop to the person that he's going to develop into. Right. We didn't know at that point that Middleton was going to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Right. And this is where I want to applaud and give flowers to Middleton, right? Middleton is that guy that's not afraid to tell the star of the basketball team, dude, this is what I need for you to do. Don't do that. Do not do that. I need for you to do this. If you do this, we win more games. If you do this, then we have the potential to elevate, what we're doing right now today. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look at Hadouken. Hadouken. Hey, I am not going to call out Kev. I'm not, but I'm just going to read what Hadouken Sharon just put in the chat. He said, Kev led again.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Get off my guy, but yeah, he's a teensy bit tardy. Kev is to be totally transparent, right? Kev had some people come by the house and do some yard work, and they end up cutting his line, so he was not able to get on the internet. He's waiting for those guys to come by and repair the problem right now. But he's supposed to be here on Hadouken. Boy, that's my guy. That is my guy. But he's waiting on the people to come by and repair. But he's supposed to log on his phone. That's what we're waiting on right now. But while we're waiting on Kev, you know what I'm saying? I'm here chopping it up with my man Freezy right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
My man, my Mello. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So Cornerstone Kev, if you watch it, man, just take your time. Man, and make sure they do it right. We're gonna rock and roll here for you. This right here. Of course, we know things happen, bro. So
no doubt.
So we kid with you, but we understand sometimes things will be out of your control.
Absolutely. And I'm telling you right now. First and foremost, you need to change your internet provider, right? So I don't know who has internet provider that has cables above ground. All my
Um,
cables and things are underground. You know what I'm saying? Everything is underground, so we don't
right,
have to worry about that. I'm just saying. So switch your internet provider. I'm not gonna tell you who to switch to,
right.
but switch.
Yeah, Kev.
Switch today.
Yeah, Kev. Make sure, hey, Kev. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
but
hey,
but the question that you asked, it was a really good question. So Kev, when Kev sent the notes over, I
mhm.
thought it was intriguing what he mentioned. He asked, "How did the Milwaukee Bucks winning a championship impact or affect the New York Knicks and how they go forward as an organization?"
Right.
Right. Um, I don't think it impacts them in free agency or in the draft, but I do think it impacts them. Um, it impacts team building. How do you
Okay.
look to build your team going forward? Do you feel like you need to go buy a megastar, or should you build from within? Right.
So I think that there's a path to do both, and this is why I say do both. First and foremost, you know as well as I know that anything that you're building, you got to have a strong foundation, right? So
Right.
and you have to have buy-in from all individuals that's on your team that everyone
Right.
is growing in the same direction. That's number one.
Right.
So how I view the Knicks, and I'm sorry, not the Knicks, but the Bucks win would be for the Knicks would be this. Understand, and I would not use the phrase trust the process because that's that whole Philly thing, and that went horribly wrong. So I'm not going to use that phrase. What I'm going to say is trust your front office. Trust that the front office has in your best interest, that everyone that I pursue or anybody that I bring into this organization has the best interest of the team. You know what I'm saying? So, in that mindset, that being the foundation of building this organization, then we go out and get these. I'm not going to say superstars, Freezy.
Right.
That's not where I'm going. I don't
Right.
want. I don't want a superstar. What I want that mid-level guy that's going to be able to come in and accentuate what we're doing for the team right now. So whoever we get in this draft, I need those vets to be able to come in and provide that leadership, that mentorship. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
we can grind and grow together. So
And you mean mentorship all over the place, right? Off the court, on the
on the court,
court.
off the court, the
Right.
whole nine, the whole
Right.
nine. I don't want no knuckleheads up in here. I
Right.
ain't got time for no knuckleheads. I need
Right.
I need legit vets to come in here and be able to provide that mentorship to the young guys, right? So you have to have a balance because if the coach is over here and he's in my ear every day telling me what I'm doing wrong and he's yelling at me continuously every day, that's going to do something to your psyche, right? So
Right.
you need the person on the other side that you got the bad devil on his shoulder,
Right.
but you need the good angel over here saying, "Hey, listen, understand what the bad devil is telling you. That's important, but understand also what your value is to this team and what you need
Right.
to do to improve." That's where
Right.
we need to get to. That's what we need to do.
Right. Right. It's like when your platoon sergeant be like, "Private, you ate up. You blah blah blah. You ain't worth a nothing." And then you know what I'm saying, after all of that, your squad leader come to you and be like, "Yo, man, all you need to do is tighten up right here, man. He's just trying to, have us be, you know what I mean?" Yeah,
Facts.
it's that's kind of what's going on. And so what I want to say is make sure y'all smash that like button, man. Show the pod couple some love.
Say that.
Don't come in here. Don't come in here passing the collection. You looking in the collection plate. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button. Support the pod couple. You know what I'm saying? Help this joint grow. It's fun and funny at the same time. Shout out to the Streets of Buzzing. What's good? Gregory Castillo, Wayne Peterson, Hinton Murphy, Rafael Diaz, Cuts, Kicks, and Knicks, Michael Hansen. Shout out to those rocking the chat. You know what I'm saying? Hadouken, Pierre Moise, what's good? RC Creative in the building. What's good? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, first and foremost, thank you guys for coming through. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting Blorangetears. You know what I'm saying? We all one big happy family. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, you guys are loyal, and I really appreciate that. I just want to let you know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Y'all support the show, man. You'll help these guys get this joint off the ground, man, and have some fun in doing it. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all like and share. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel, comment in the live chat, and shout out to those that are watching this on replay.
Right.
Make sure y'all share it and comment, because we read all the comments and everything. Make sure y'all support these guys. So
at a certain point in time, I'm gonna have to go in on my boy because he ain't here yet. You know what I'm saying? he is not here. It's like being late for your job. How many times can you be late punching the clock and expect to get the same check that you get every day?
Hey, man.
I'm telling you.
Hey, man.
But this is my guy. My guy said today, early on the morning drive, and I quote, Freezy, I am the star of the show. Okay, you're the star.
Yeah, I did hear that.
He did. So
I did hear that.
He ain't here. How was the star late? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I would tell you right here. I believe in the content that we put out. I believe that I adore my co-host, right? But at certain points in the day, you definitely got to be on time. You know what I'm saying? You got to be here to be relevant.
Yeah. And speaking of which, it kind of reminds me of the Scott Perry, Steve Mills thing.
Oh my goodness!
Right. Scott Perry, Steve Mills.
Yes, sir.
And so we watched Scott Perry be in that co-pilot role with Steve Mills.
Facts.
And for a lot of it, we couldn't understand what they were doing. But we would see occasionally the duo would do something smart, right?
Right.
And so Steve Mills gets fired. Scott Perry is still here, and we continue to see the organization do smart stuff.
Right.
Right. And so 2 or 3 years ago, we blamed Scott Perry and Steve Mills for everything bad.
Right. We did.
And now the organization is doing something good, a lot of good things. And Steve Mills is gone. Scott Perry is still here. Do we finally give Scott Perry credit for doing a lot of smart things? Right? Because there were some crazy bonehead rumors out there, like Julius Randle and a first-round pick for Terry Rozier.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you. I would say in that situation, I'm not sure how much sway a Scott Perry or a Steve Mills will have in the final decision making. Right. So they are both a part of whatever's. Well, I'm not gonna say they're a part. I'm gonna say they will both get the blame or the credit, whichever way we want to go, with whatever decision has been made at the end of the day. I think in that role, I think Perry is he is that guy. If you ever go into a situation, and my business, what I do for a living, is what we do all the time, right? We go into organizations, we take over, we bring in our systems and we put them in place. But we also have the opportunity to bring those that are existing employees of said previous regimes, bring them over to our organization to help us flourish, right?
Right.
So in that, I say all that to say this. I believe that's how Scott Perry is viewed right now. When you bring in this new regime, you have to have a remnant of what we've done in the past. If you have that foundational piece, if that piece is willing to capitulate and be a part of what's new and what we're growing, then you got the best of both worlds. You got the historical, from a historical standpoint, the person that can come in and give you that historical data, and then you're bringing in the newness to kind of elevate what the program is and help it grow. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. I wonder where Cornerstone Cav is. I bet you he's somewhere right now drinking a Mai Tai.
You know what?
And eating grilled salmon steak with asparagus with a squeeze of lemon juice on it, yelling at the top of his lungs at some poor waiter that is only doing his best trying to feed his family.
I'm about to call Kev right now. I'm gonna call him. I'm like, where are you at? What are you doing?
I think I might be able to find him. I think I might be able to find Kev.
Please find him. Find him for me, Freezy.
Let me finish. I want to finish my point real quick about Scott Perry.
Okay.
And then, but the Scott Perry thing is intriguing in that this is the first time in a while that
Put it back.
Okay. Oh, my bad. Oh, I thought you left. I was like,
I swear, I think I have a black cat that just walks across, and it started Tuesday. That's what it started.
Oh my goodness,
man. Now, to give the viewers, first of all, salute to the chat and everybody. What's up, Uncle Freeze, and to my counterpart, Mr. Sarge. Everything we talked about.
No. My gift basket, the gift basket that I get from Cornerstone Cav.
Yes, it'll have everything in there. Uncle Freeze, I love you, and I'm so sorry that it's like the third straight week that something's happened. Can we go for 4? I mean, my God.
No, hey, so I'm gonna get out of y'all way, y'all.
Okay, all right.
Hey, peace to the chat, everybody. The Knicks at Night podcast tonight at 11:45.
Oh, I got to be up. I got to be up.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get out of the way. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, introducing our man, our mellow Cornerstone Cav.
Not so mellow.
My guy.
Not so mellow.
It's good to see you, brother.
Good to see you too, man. Good to see you too, man. Oh my God. And we talked about this earlier. For everybody in the chat that doesn't know, I had some landscaping done on Tuesday, and it just so happens that my bush is right by the cable wire, and what happened? They snipped it. So of course we're trying to make all types of appointments to get this done, and my wife, who is the president of Plainfield, said that they won't be able to come until between 4 and 6 today. So I said, okay, fine. Which meant that I had to leave work. Quickly, because it takes about an hour and change to get down here. Leave work and be here by 4 for this guy to come, because we all know, we've all had it happen where you weren't there at a certain time, and it just so happens that they put a note on your door that we were here. Yeah. And I did not want that to happen. Chat, no lie, I got here at 10 minutes to 4, and this guy, Xfinity Comcast, this guy did not come until 6:25. 6:25. So already I'm heated. And then when I try to do it on my phone, you got the text message I sent
did.
you?
Yes.
Google decides that, you know what, we're going to mess with him some more so that he can't do his podcast on his phone. So they put up an error sign on there. So I said, you know what, I have a black cat. Or maybe my dog is actually a black cat. Maybe my dog is actually a black cat. I mean, I'm just saying, you can't make it up. You can't make it up.
You can't. You
You
can't.
can't make it up.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say I'm glad to see my brother on the panel today.
Oh my God.
He has been through it. He has been through it.
Literally.
And just to know the lengths that he's willing to go through for us to be able to be up here and give you the content that we give you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's
yeah. And we appreciate all of you. Salute to the chat, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all may get some great jokes like Gregory Costello. Don't think I don't see you. I know you mess with me with the gecko and everything, but we love you. We love you. All right. We love you. We love you. And without y'all, there's no us. So and we'll get to recognize everybody in the soon. So, but how you doing, man?
Hey, it's all good, brother.
It's all good. It's all good. I heard you a little bit. Y'all were talking about Scott Perry getting an extension. What are your thoughts on that?
So again, like I was telling Freezy, I believe that there's merit in being able to bring someone that has the inherent, the history of how we got to where we are right now.
Yes.
And what we need to do moving forward, right?
Right.
There is value in that, as long as that person that you're bringing forward is in line with building in the future, right?
Yes.
I need that historical knowledge that you have, but I also need you to be on board with what we're doing moving forward.
Right. And I think, honestly, I think that was the one thing that Leon Rose saw, was that what we were lacking for a few years now is stability.
Right.
So
absolutely.
I mean, say what you want about the draft picks that Scott Perry has done. Some have hit. Mitch hit.
Yeah.
Mitch hit.
Yeah.
The jury is still out on Kevin Knox.
Right.
Lonzo Trier can be debatable. That can be debatable.
Yes.
That can be debatable.
I agree.
What else? And I guess a lot of the G League players, that can be debatable, as well. I don't think anybody really stuck on that we gave contracts to, the 10-day contracts and everything. And hopefully our boy DSJ can look into that and everything. I don't think they have. But when we got to give him credit, because he was the one that saw. What do you say? What do you say?
Chris Chang, boy, I can always count on my man Chris Chang.
The cutest couple in the world.
G Stone.
That's great. Good one, Mr. Chang. Good one, Mr. Chang.
Yeah, that's my guy, Chris Chang.
We've also got to recognize that when Mills wanted to give Rozier and I forget. Give Rozier and the Morris brother. What now? What did we do now?
No, I'm looking at DSJ. DSJ said, "Did Kev McLeod just put me to work?"
Hey, DSJ, deal with it. It's between you and Hadouken. Between the two of y'all. Y'all are our research guys, so we're gonna give you a piece of everything. So there you go.
We on fire tonight.
but real quick, let me get this thought out. If it wasn't for Mills, if it wasn't for Perry, because Mills was about to give a ridiculous contract to Marcus Morris,
right,
and bring Rozier in. And we were like, and Perrin was like, no, flip them so we can get the picks and get something out of it.
Yes.
And he and I'm almost sure that he brought that to to Dolan's attention and say, hey, listen, he's about to do this, and I'm telling you right now, that's going to put us back, a little bit. So I'm glad that Dolan did that, and then hired Leon Rose. Got Mills out of there, hired Leon Rose, and Leon Rose said, you know what? This is my first time doing this. I got to keep some people on, and that's just business. Am I right?
Yeah.
When you come into something new, go ahead with that.
Yeah, I was about to say you're 100% correct, but first and foremost, let me shout out my man, Ghetto Intellects in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what's up, Ghetto? GI. Yes, sir.
In the building. Salute. But what I will say is, whatever the thought process was at that point, they executed whatever they wanted to execute. But I think that where we are right now today is a different beast. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we will elevate from where we were to where we are now.
Yes.
But with Perry still being a part of the team.
Yes. I think of the culture.
Yes. I think it's important to be able to bring that knowledge and that thought process forward and figure out how to kind of intertwine that into what we're doing moving forward. That's important.
Correct. So when you look at Leon, the people that he put in place, he got Worldwide West, he got our scouting, done. He stole my man from Walt Perrin from Utah.
Yep.
And then got the copologist and from Brockauer from Cleveland, and then he got us the coach. What is what now? What now?
So Javaris LaFleur says at Delano, they might have an opening for you. They definitely need you.
Oh, jeez. My goodness. Hey, DSJ, you always have an open door here. But yeah. So bottom line, I'm glad that he's here, and it seems like the stability is really starting to branch off. Pretty much here.
I think that what we saw, or what the production was for the team last season, making it to the fourth round. The fourth seed in the playoffs. It says a lot about the direction in which the team is going. Right.
Yes.
What I just want to build upon that.
Right. You have to build. Yeah. Exactly.
I don't want to take a step back and say, okay, well, we're going to go back here and then go there. I don't want that. That's not what I'm looking for at all. Perfect. I say all that to say this, and we are transitioned into what we talked about, and that kind of brings us into when we start talking about draft picks and free agency.
Yes, exactly. Well, real quick, just spend about 5 minutes with Milwaukee winning this championship. I thought it was great.
Look,
I thought it was great.
I think that the Milwaukee winning the championship, I think it does a lot for small market teams. I think it says a lot as to trusting whatever your process is.
Yes,
and doing what you need to do to win. And I spoke with Freezy about this before. Giannis and Middleton have been playing together for 8 years.
8 years. How long? 8 years. How long? First of all, what's the longest tenured Knick on our team?
Wow. Today? Right now?
Right now.
What? 3 years? Maybe 2?
No.
3 years?
Ntilikina's going to be going on his 5th year, and he's a restricted free agent.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Let that sink in.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Ron. I hope everything's going good with you, Ron Cleveland. Let that sink in. Then who knows after that?
Knox.
Yes, and Mitchell.
That's scary, Kev. That's scary. That's scary.
So when you bring up Giannis and Middleton, 8 years. That's 8 years of not getting to the playoffs in their first few years.
Yep.
Growing. Yep. Because when you looked at Giannis when he first started out, you thought he was like a kid.
Yes. He was a kid.
He was a kid. He's a man now. He is a man.
Yeah.
I call that. Now I don't know. I'm not going to get into how many coaches they went through and everything. That's nothing. I know Jason Kidd was part of that coaching tree and everything.
Right.
But but I say that to say this. That's what you call having a development plan with these guys. That's what you call having a stable management, and then getting the right coach. Now it's still debatable but he is a champion now. It's still debatable if Budenholzer, is that right coach for him. But they won a championship, so we can't really say nothing. Just like what Toronto did with Nick Nurse.
Facts.
So they won their championship. They did everything right. They went through some pain. They went through some pain. They were like the number one team in the league 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, and then got bounced by Toronto in the Eastern Conference Final.
Facts.
Last year was in the bubble and lost, in the first round to Miami.
Yes.
and then this year they didn't get off to a really slow, they got off to maybe a little slow start, but reversed it, and now they won a championship.
You said a lot. It's a lot for me to unpack in what you just said.
Right.
But I would say this. First of all, shout out to my man Tone Wu. Hey, Tone Wu's in the building. Chris Payne, salute. But what I would say, and I'll keep it short.
Yeah.
To your point, I think what you're saying is we need to go ahead.
You don't know what I'm saying? You don't know what I'm saying? Really? You don't know what I'm saying?
Kev, I never know what you're saying. Ever. I pretend like I do, but never. No, I don't.
Well, at least you're honest.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be in the dark.
Yeah, exactly.
But what I will say, based on what you just said, is I believe that the Knicks, from a perspective of if you have to take a nugget from the Bucks playlist, and you have to insert it into what we're doing, trust in what the front office is doing in order to solidify our foundation.
Correct.
Our foundation is going to be these young guys. The young core that we have right now, that is our foundation.
And we're going to keep adding to it. So that brings us into, talking about what Milwaukee did and how we can somewhat emulate somewhat of a plan of what they did.
Yeah.
And that starts, like you said, with our core.
Yeah.
Who's our core? So
the people that we have on contract right now. Now, and imagine this. This is how easy this is, right? We have 6 players that's under contract for the New York Knicks right now. 6. That's our core. That's our core. So,
that is our core.
So whenever you get into the conversation or people start calling you and saying, hey, listen, I want to give you this shiny new object up here, right? I'm gonna dangle that in front of you like a carrot in front of the donkey that keeps running around the track or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Are you willing to give up any part of your young core? The first answer should be no.
No.
That should be the front.
That should be the first answer. That should be a definitive no.
Yeah.
That should be a definitive no. I mean, if Milwaukee can do it when they put Giannis and Middleton up there, Middleton was a second round player.
I'm with you.
Now he's an NBA champion and an Olympian, and was an all-star.
On a side note.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna be uncomfortable?
What's that?
You gonna have Devin Booker, Holiday, and Middleton on a private plane.
That is tomorrow
to Tokyo. You know how long that flight is?
Yes, sir.
That's
from what I've heard. I've never done that flight, but you have. Okay, so yeah. I'm not dealing with it. That's what we said. We said either one person's going to be happy to do it, or 2 people are going to be happy to do it.
Well, I can see it right now. But you know what's going to happen?
That's why they had to have their parade today.
Yes.
That's why they had to have their parade today.
Yes. Because they gotta go to Tokyo. You know what I'm
gotta go
saying?
to Tokyo. Exactly.
But I think we make a little bit more than what it needs to be. I can assure you that those guys on that plane,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, they're gonna be partying it
Yeah,
up
they're gonna be
all the way
partying
to
up and
Tokyo.
everything. Yeah,
All
yeah,
the way to
exactly,
Tokyo.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah. So we have to our young core has to stay intact. And as much as people, I know that people in the chat, that are not going to agree with it, but Randall's got to be a part of that young core as well. He's got to be that anchor.
So this is what I would tell you, Kev, and this is where I am, and my man Hadouken has been beating me down show after show after show because he in his mind I am an RJ hater. I am a RJ Barrett hater. But this is what I would tell you. This is what I would tell you. I think,
but you've never said anything about RJ.
I've had some conversations about RJ's performance, and I've been a little bit harsh on RJ.
Really?
I have.
Really?
So I have. I will own up and man up and say where I have said what I've said, but I stand by what I said because at that time that's how I felt.
What did you say?
I said a lot.
Give me the two sentences. Give me two sentences.
So the short of my conversation would have been, I wanted RJ to be a little bit more consistent in his performance from game to game.
Okay.
If he's going to be that guy that we need to sit down and build a team around,
right?
Then I need for him to be consistent.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
not.
That's I could go with that. I could go with that.
But having said all that,
right?
Like this and kind of bring it back to center. The thing he said is RJ is not a starter. I did say that. I did say RJ was not a starter, and that was based upon his performance, right? But what I will say, I believe in my heart of hearts that when we talk about foundational players, RJ is that guy.
He is that guy.
RJ is the guy that the Knicks need to build around, right? So when we talk about the young core, we talk about RJ. When we say young core, these are the players that I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about RJ Barrett.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Quickly.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Obi Toppin.
Yes.
I'm thinking about and this now chat. Don't kill me when I say this. I'm just telling you who's on the contract. I'm thinking about Frank and I'm thinking about Knox and Mitch.
Well, see, here's the thing with Frank, and we've talked about this. Management really has to meet with Tibbs to find out if Frank can be a rotational player, not someone because if that's the case, because he's restricted free agent,
right?
He's restricted free agent.
Yeah.
So you've got to ask: is he going to be a rotational player for us? So now, we know he could probably be rotational, with the other teams and everything.
Yeah.
But is he going to be a rotational player in your system? This
is where I would challenge you at, Kev. I would say this. I will say, and bring it back to center to what the conversation is.
Right.
Depending on who we draft.
Yes. And let's get into it. And let's finish that point, and then we'll get into it.
So our draft. Well, we're gonna dive right into it right now.
Right.
So
okay. All right. Okay.
Our draft picks. I'm telling you right now, the Knicks have 2 first rounds and 2 second rounds. Yes. 19, 21, 32, and 58.
Right.
It's where we're drafting right now.
Right.
So I would tell you this, and this is my belief. And it took a whole bunch of Hadouken just beat me over the head day after day after day after day, telling me that the Knicks are not going to go out and get a point guard in the draft. That's not what they're looking for. They're looking for a forward. So after sitting down and kind of thinking about it, it made sense, right? I'm not above saying when someone makes sense for me, but this is what I do believe. What I do believe is I do not believe that the Knicks are going to have 4 rookies on the squad as a product of the draft.
I would agree with that as well. Yes.
I believe that in this draft process, the Knicks will figure out a scheme or a maneuver to be able to go out and get a Sexton, not a Rose, but a Ball, or whomever that point guard is. I think that's how they kind of maneuver and get that done. But then at the same time, you go get that forward that you're looking for. Because if you look at who we've been working out, at Haduka's point, it's going to be a forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want a forward or someone that can play at the 5.
Right,
if you
right.
Be versatile. I'm all about that as well.
Yeah, we'll park that that topic that you just said about the point guards between Sexton and Ball. We'll park that. So, chat, just to let you know, G-Man picked out 3. Actually, I got 4 down here. I don't know how he did that, but he's got 4. So I'm going to balance it out for him. He's got 4, and I have 2.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2. So we have some draft picks that we want y'all's opinion on, and of who we like, who could fit in and everything.
Who's my number 1, Kev?
Your number 1. Well, see, here's the thing. I wrote them down.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it's in the right order that you're looking at, and
Okay.
I got a chance to see some of these guys too, and I like. I can't believe I'm agreeing with you, but I'm liking what you had. So real quick, I have Trey Mann first.
No, he's not.
He wasn't first. He's not your first?
No.
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna go down the list anyway. I'm gonna go down the list anyway. Okay. So Trey Mann, and I don't have my glasses, so.
Hey, look, chat. Listen. It's amazing how Kev clowns me when I put my glasses on. But now he needs his glasses to figure out what he wrote down. Oh,
yes.
Really?
But I got it. Trey Mann, he's 6'5", he weighs 190 pounds, and he's a guard forward from Florida. And
Right.
he's been with the Florida program for Florida University for 2 years.
Right.
His numbers, he averaged 16 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
He shot, and his field goal percentage was close to 50%. It was 45 point, not 40, 45, close to 46 because he shot 45.9.
Put your glasses on, Kev. Put your glasses
Leave me alone. And he shot 40% from 3. He averaged 6 rebounds, and averaged 3 assists, 1 steal, but averaged 3 turnovers. Now he is slated to be picked at 27.
Right.
Okay. Now, looking at him, I love his game.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he's somebody that could really fit in, for us. The question is, I'm sorry. Hey, Andre Bryant. Yeah, I'm just going by what it says here in the what it said on the scouting report. They list him as a guard forward. If he's not a forward, he's not a forward. He's guard, whatever. The question is, could you see him starting?
Trey Mann?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So you're not ready. So you're not ready to give him the keys yet.
No.
But if we had him and also we still have Luka, we're gonna see what he looks like in the summer league.
Yeah.
Would you start Luka first? Let's say we don't get a point guard. I'm saying hypothetically. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Okay.
But let's say hypothetically we don't. Would you want Trey Mann or Luka starting?
So if these are the 2 options that you're giving me, and I have to pick between the 2, I would say Luka would start, just because he has experience in the European League, right?
Right.
And Trey is coming out of college. He's a he's a junior, senior. I'm sorry, freshman. What was
Trey Mann? He was sophomore.
Sophomore. So he's been in school for 2 years.
Yes.
So that would tell me that he has. We have to allow this guy to grow, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to throw him into the fire right off the bat, and expect him to be. First of all, you're playing in the Madison Square Garden. That's number 1.
Yeah, this ain't the Detroit Palace or any of those other places.
No. So when you step on the
You want to
court,
spoon feed them. You want to
yeah,
spoon feed them first.
I don't want to. I don't want this guy to have to drink from a fire hose, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would start Luka, and then go from there.
Go
And
from
not
there.
you know not talking about who the potential vets on the squad would be, but
Okay.
those two guys right there that we're talking about.
Right.
I would start Luka and then have
Trey Man
coming off the bench.
Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. Second guy, Isaiah Jackson. He's 6'10", 206 pounds, forward from UK, University of Kentucky. So there you go, right there. You know, the Kentucky connection.
Yep.
He was with Kentucky for 1 year. He was with Kentucky for 1 year. He averaged 8 points a game. He shot 54% field goal. His field goal percentage was 54%.
Okay.
0 from 3-point range.
Yeah.
Averaged seven rebounds a game. No assists, no steals, 1 turnover, and he is slotted. They have him slotted at number 30. What do you like about him?
I haven't really looked at him. What I will say is, and I'm looking at Hadouken's comments in the chat, right? So I'm gonna attend to that first, and then back to what you just said. So any guy that we draft, right? You can't automatically figure just because we draft a person that person is going to start. Look at Obi, right? Yeah. Obi was drafted, and he's playing behind Randall, right?
Right.
So we have to be realistic in what a draft pick, I guess, responsibilities will be coming in, and how they fit into the scheme of what we're doing. Kev, I'm telling you right now, I would absolutely love being able to go out and get a point guard and have that point guard be able to come in and start, and him being a job Morant type individual. You know what I'm saying? Right. That would be the best thing in the world for me.
Yeah, but I agree totally.
That don't happen. You know what I'm saying?
No, it doesn't. Even when you think that point guard is all, the best and everything, it don't happen. Look at Killian Hayes. We thought Killian Hayes was going to be the greatest thing, and look what happened.
Yep.
I'm gonna give him a mulligan a little bit, but it's not looking good.
Yeah,
it's not looking good.
You're right. So, and to Hadouken's point, I did say I would start Luka over who we drafted. I would. I mean, that's just that. And when I say start, we're talking about game one.
Game one.
After whatever the season,
whether it's at the Garden or the the visiting wherever. Yeah, wherever.
Game one.
Yeah,
I'm going with the guy that has played with professional talent.
Yes.
I'm not going with the guy that's just coming out of school playing with collegiate players, right? That's a different level. That's a whole different level. Now, if you show me in practice or shoot arounds,
right. That's why I said duke it out. That's why I said duke it out.
Yeah.
That's why I said duke it out.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah. Just duke it out. The question is that when they picked them, and we're looking at Tibbs, if he picks who he wants to be the starter, can we trust him? Because he did start Alfred Payton all this time.
So I would say this. I would say Tibbs is not making the picks. He's not the guy making the picks.
But he's the one having this. He is the one that's going to say who his starting five is.
Yeah. He does have that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
He does have that. But I also believe in my heart of hearts that the front office will call Tibbs and say, "Hey, listen, this is the guy we're looking at, right? You know what I'm saying, for this position. So I need for you to figure out
how to get him in.
How you get him in the rotation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How do you get him?
Because we're not drafted for nothing.
Exactly.
We're not drafted for nothing.
I'm not drafting this guy for him to sit on the bench and collect the check. That's not what we're doing.
That's how we're doing. You're absolutely right. I totally agree with you on that.
That is not what we're doing. So Tibbs, I need for you to figure out if this is the guy that we draft, figure out how you're gonna play him. because I need to see him on the court. I need to see him in the NBA environment. You know,
right? This isn't a guy that's going to sit on the, at the very end of the bench or any, everything like that. We need him. We need him out here. We're making,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. So you ain't got to my guy yet. I'm waiting.
I think I got it. These last two, because you got 4.
Yeah.
You got 4. So I think this next one is your guy, Trey Murphy.
No.
Okay. All right. Okay.
No.
Let's do Trey Murphy. You got one more. Let's do Trey Murphy.
Okay.
Trey Murphy. He's 6'9", weighs 206. That's a good size for him. Yep. He's a guard. He was Trey Murphy the third. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
From Virginia. I did watch him. He looks really good. This is his third. Stop! I knew it was coming. His third. What?
Hadouken. He already knows who I'm talking about.
I thought so, but we'll get to him in a second. We'll get to him in 1 second. He spent 3 years at the University of Virginia. He averaged 11 points a game. He shot 50% field goal range. Field goal. His field goal percentage was 50%. Focus right here.
I am. I'm back in center. I'm back in center. I'm here with you, Cam. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Okay, he shot 50% from the field. He shot 43% from 3. Are you with me?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
I wish there was something we could turn the chat off and everything, all that. What I'm gonna need you to do, I need you to click on the private chat so you won't be able to see the comments that come in.
I can't. I got to be with
all
the
right.
family too.
Okay. All right. So he shot 43% from 3.
Yep.
He averaged 3 rebounds. He had 0 turnovers. He averaged an assist in the game, but he had 0 steals. And he is slotted for 22.
Okay. So I guess what gives me pause for him, if you fall to 22, you said.
By the way, he did work out with the Knicks as well.
So we have to have options, right? So my guy, the guy that I want.
No, we're going to get to him.
We ain't gonna talk about him yet, but we have to have a fallback in case, because we never know how the draft is going to work out. Right. We don't know where these guys are going to fall in that process, and some people may fall to us. Some people may be interested, have a higher interest, have a high.
He can't talk.
Have a higher interest in a Murphy or a man, and they want to trade up to get that. You know what I'm saying? That allows us to get future draft picks, and we can attend to those interests that we have as a team. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah, I agree with you totally.
So it just depends. The dude is no slouch, right?
Right.
I wouldn't, if we draft him, and I'll be okay with it.
Right. But that's if your guy is not on the board.
Yes. If I don't get my guy, then okay. But if my guy's on the board and we don't get him, that's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna have to book me a flight.
All right. Then real quick. Would you start? So we're back to this point guard thing.
Yep.
Would you start him over Luka?
Kev, I'm telling you right now, I am not of the mindset to start anybody coming out of college game 1 over someone that has that is a seasonal type person that has that experience, right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So now after game 1, we talking game 1, first game of the NBA season.
Game 1 where Tibbs can say, "Oh, you know what? I made a mistake. Yeah, we're gonna put
exactly." So if dude is in practice killing Luka, then yeah, you go ahead and start it. But day 1, based on what I know right now, I'm not starting anybody that's a draft pick over someone that has professional. I'm not gonna say NBA. I'm gonna say professional basketball skills. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I'm not doing that. I'm not.
Okay. All right. Here's your boy. Here's your boy.
What's his name, Kev? What's his name?
Sharif Cooper.
Yeah.
Sharif Cooper.
That's
Chat,
my
he's been
guy.
waiting for this all night.
That's
Sharif
my guy.
Cooper. Sharif
That's
Cooper.
my dude.
Sharif Cooper, he's 6'1". That gives me a little,
Little pause.
little pause a little bit.
Yeah, I'm with you.
6'1", 180.
Yep.
And of course he's a point guard.
Yep.
He only spent 1 year at Auburn.
Right.
He's but his numbers are I like these numbers. He scored 20 points a game. His field goal percentage was 37. And he shot 21% from 3-point range.
Okay.
Yeah, 21% from 3-point range. And if I have it wrong, chat, I apologize because I can't read my chicken scratch. So there you go. I'm admitting that I have a problem.
And look, when you admit you have a problem, that's the first
thing
of what you need to do.
Exactly. He averaged 3 rebounds a game, averaged 9 assists a game. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Averaged 2 steals a game. That's good.
Yep.
Concern, he had 4 turnovers. Averaged 4 turnovers a game.
Okay, so I would say this.
Oh, real quick, now what I'm about to tell you, if this is true, there's no way that we can miss out on this guy. He is slotted at number 40.
Yes, Sharif Cooper is way down on the chart. Way down on the chart. So when we're talking about what thoughts of Cooper, the top end makes G-Man so happy. I like Cooper and I like Toppin. I like who I like. I can't help that.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
I would say this, right? I would say that from a Cooper standpoint, that there is room for improvement there, first and foremost, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in conjunction with the Cooper pick, and this is what people don't kind of put one and one together to make two.
Right.
What I want, if we draft a Cooper, I need that veteran point guard to be able to come in and mentor a Cooper. You know what I'm saying? I think Cooper has he's that foundational guy that we could bring in, and he meets the timeline with a Quickly, a Toppin, a Mitch, and that group of players.
And RJ,
right?
Yeah.
Exactly, and RJ, right? So, but at the same time, I still need that vet presence to be able to come in and say, "Hey, this is what you."
So, would you say he's a project?
Yeah, he's going to be a project.
Now, see with what you just said. A lot of people in the chat, including in other podcasts, like our girl Stephanie from Queens of Court.
Yep.
They're not in the projects anymore. They don't want any more projects.
Okay, so let me say this. I would say this. When I won't say a project, it's going to be development. He got to be developed, Kev. You're not going to get.
Well, a lot of these guys do, but
all these guys
do. But
listen.
What is the definition of a project when towards the end of it? What is a project?
I would say this. I would say that if you are in the mindset of drafting a player and bringing them into the NBA scene and expecting for that player to produce day one, you are delusional. I'm gonna tell you that. You are delusional. How long did it take Kobe Bryant to become Kobe Bryant?
Maybe 5 years.
What I'm saying is this: the only people the people that come out of college or out of high school these days.
Yeah,
and
that's gonna be in 22, 23. Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right.
And become a definite impact on what the season is going to do for whatever basketball team you play for. You are special. That's not normal. You are special. John Morant, special. You know what I'm saying?
Zion.
Zion Williams, special. You know what I'm saying? So even when we got RJ's first season, people had something to say about that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So do not for 1 second sit here and tell me that you expecting someone to come out the draft to save the next season. Stop it.
Andre Bryant said Kobe became an all-star his second year. You want to debate that?
It wasn't his second year.
It was his second year, right?
It was not his second year. It wasn't. It wasn't.
Right.
But I get back to you, Andre. I'm gonna have to do some homework there, but I'll get back to you. But the preface for what I'm saying.
Yeah. Real quick, I guess the notion that people have a bad taste in their mouth because
you know what song just popped in my head when you said that?
What's that? What song was that?
It's that what song? You got the notion.
Oh God! Oh jeez.
Rock the boat, don't rock the boat.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I'm showing my age. I can't help it.
Sorry, chat. Sorry.
It is what it is, baby.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. People have the mindset that because we had Ntilikina, because we had Knox, those guys were considered "quote unquote" projects.
So I would disagree. What I would say is, based upon the landscape of what the organization was, they had bad coaching, right?
So I agree. Yes.
When
there was no stability. We've always talked about that.
Exactly. So
we've always talked about that.
When the new coaching staff came on board, they said, "Okay, I'm not going to hold you accountable for bad coaching. I'm going to give you the opportunity under this new tutelage to do what you do and see if you can be productive." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then it was up to Tibbs to figure out if he could play these guys or not, and where they kind of got their playing time at. You know what I'm saying? But no.
And I give Knox and Ntilikina, I give them a little what you just said about giving them a chance.
Right.
I believe Tibbs is going to give them another chance, even though they're too old for the summer league. They'll give them another chance because if they didn't like them, they would have been traded at the trade deadline.
So I agree, and then I disagree at the same time. I think that depending on who's available, when we start talking about trades, I think that the two people that we always bring these names up when we talk about trades, Knox and Frank. Those are the first two names Knicks fans are going to throw out there, right? And they believe in their heart of hearts, bless their heart, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They believe that the organization will be okay with a Frank or Knox trade to give up, their perennial franchise player. That's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
I'm telling you now. Yeah. That's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen. This is what I'm looking at, right? In order to get something, you got to be willing to give something up.
So, bottom line, if you're wanting those as AD always says, stargazing. If you wanted that star, RJ Barrett's going to have to be included in that.
Absolutely.
So if you're not willing to give up that, then in the conversation.
Yeah, there is no conversation. There is no conversation. So Sherwin M. Facts. Frank is a free agent. You are 100% correct. 100%.
Right. Yeah. So the thing, Sherwin, is that either again he's a restricted free agent. So again, the coaching staff, the management has to meet with Tibbs to say if this guy has a place in your rotation to get meaningful minutes and not just sitting on the bench. Like you said, G-Man, we don't want any more guys sitting on the bench just collecting a check when they have, somewhat, potential.
Right.
We know who your bench warmers are, and we know who the ones that have the quote unquote potential.
Yeah. Hey, look, listen. Andre Brown says Frank and Knight's trade value drops every day. They were Knicks players because both aren't good rotational players. You know what?
Yeah, they are vicious tonight. They are vicious. They are vicious tonight.
But there is some relevance to what they're saying based on what we saw. So if
we hardly saw them.
Yeah, exactly.
We hardly saw them.
So if the coach does not have a plan to play these guys, then
you got to send them on their way. Yeah. Somehow, some way, you got to send them on their way.
You do. Yeah.
And I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to go on a limb to say that I think management has talked with Tibbs, and so by draft night and by what the free agency is 3 days later,
a couple days later.
Yeah, a couple days later.
Yep.
We will know how they value Knox and how they value Frank.
I would say I won't limit it to that, Kev. What I would say is after draft night, we would know how they value who's under contract right now.
I agree with that. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I agree with that.
And again, you know how I feel about my man Obi, right?
Of course.
That's my man, 50 grand and all.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you right now, if there's a deal to be made that's going to make the Knicks organization better overall,
right?
I'm all about that.
Right.
I am all about that.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? But
correct. Okay.
But go ahead.
Go ahead. Go finish your point.
What I was going to say is, we won't know what that looks like until after draft night. We're not going to know
and then we really won't know what it looks like, come and I guess that second week of August, because by the time that second week of August comes, it's going to be summer league.
Summer league, yep.
Yeah, and then we'll have a clear mind of who, like you said, who the organization values.
True, and that's going to be important.
And then who they bring aboard as well.
That's a fact. So before you get to your next point, let me do this. Let's say, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the pod couple. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop your comments and let Kev and I know what you're thinking, what your thoughts are. We kind of selfish because
if you're tired of me being late, I get it. All right, I will get there as quickly as I can.
But definitely hit that like and subscribe button. You know
absolutely,
what I'm saying?
Absolutely. We appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate it. We're going to keep saying that. We love and appreciate all of you.
Absolutely.
All of you. We appreciate all of you.
And Freezy's words, beat that like button up. Beat it up.
Beat it up.
Beat it up. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Kev. Go ahead with you.
Okay, so my two guys, mine's is real spotty, as they would say. Mine's too spotty. But I went with a guy that the Knicks have worked out. Well, I don't know if they worked him out or not, but they talked to him at the combine. And I cannot pronounce his name to save my life. He's a power forward.
Okay.
He's from Belgium. From Belgium.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you like about? What do you like about it?
Oh, just his handle. He's one of those guys that can bring it up. But the guy from Belgium, I'm not going to try and pronounce his name because it's because I'm not German and I can't pronounce it. So there's that, tells you that. But he averaged 9 a game, shot 43% field goal.
Hadouken trying to help you out.
Blorange. See, when in doubt, you can rely on Hadouken Sharon
or
DSJ.
Trust the young fella. Trust the young fella. He gonna get you where you need to be.
Yes. And then my man Big Mike said Bludgeonberg.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my man too. Thank you, Big Mike. I appreciate it. And he says that's his sleeper. Yes, that's my sleeper too, Big Mike. Because everybody else that we've named, I'm kind of looking at them more than I am this guy. But I had to pick somebody. So all the other guys that we looked at, that I was looking at, they're going to be picked in like the top 15 anyway.
I would agree. So what position does this guy play?
They have him listed as a power forward. I really don't see him like that.
No. Whose position is that right now currently on the Knicks squad?
Oh, that's Randall's and Obi.
Obi. So
Yeah.
why on anything that's holy will we draft another person at that position? Why would we do that?
I don't know. Why did we he can fit in somewhere. He can fit in somewhere on the rotation.
Give me a point guard or someone playing forward or at the 5.
Okay, so that's
I don't want to waste that.
He averaged 3 rebounds, averaged 2 assists, averaged 7 steals. He averaged 7 steals. That's something.
It is.
And but he averaged only two turnovers. They don't have him. I didn't see where he was slotted at. So I'm going to assume that it's going to be, way low. And another thing that could happen, you probably spend time in our G League as well.
So this is what I'm not going to do in this draft. I'm not drafting somebody to send to G League.
No. What I mean is, since he's not slotted for any number.
Right.
So what I'm saying with that is, if we don't pick him
right
in the draft,
right,
he can sign on as a free agent and do that 2-way contract deal. That's what I'm getting at.
So that I'm okay with.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So when we're talking about draft picks, I wanted to be known that I do not expect for a draft pick to come off the board. What I think they're in the Barclays Center this year.
Yeah.
20 people.
Yeah.
So I don't expect for them to walk out of the green room.
No.
Walk into Madison Square Garden and start.
Well, it all depends on who they, I think it all depends. I honestly think it all depends.
Okay. So Kev, let me tell you this. Number one, we are no longer a lottery team. That's not what we're picking.
We are not, but we are in New York. We are in New York. We are in New York. So whatever pick comes out, they want that player known because we are in New York. Now, if the draft was in another state, I totally agree with you. But since we're in New York, that's why I'm thinking that draft pick might,
So let me ask you this question. We legit, I believe, if we trade up or whatever the front office does, we get a pick between, let's say, 12 and 20.
Right.
Who is that person that you would
We'll see. Here's the thing. What you just named. Sharif Cooper, Trey Murphy III, all those guys that you named.
Yeah.
And now my second guy that I want to, and thanks, Big Mike. He says check out his highlights, no cap, watch his video, and look at his versatility. The guy's versatile, so I would charge you to look at him.
I don't disagree, but I'm telling you, in that range of players that we just talked about, from 12 to 20.
Yeah, he is not that.
Yeah. So,
as a matter of fact, if we pick him, I guarantee he's probably still in Belgium right now.
Yeah.
He probably went back and everything like that. So there you go.
Yes.
And then they say, "Hey, we picked you. You got to come over so we can introduce you the next day."
So what? And I'm about to set Hadouken's hair on fire right now when I say what I'm about to say. Right. What I'm telling you is, in that range of players that we're talking about.
Yeah.
If this is the range that we're picking in.
Yeah.
I want Boat Night.
Why do you list him? You didn't list him. You did not list him. I would have put him on there.
I did.
I would have put him above Isaiah Jackson.
I did not, because I don't think he's going to be there when we get the pick. He's not going to be available at that point.
What if he is? Because stranger things have happened.
If he is, I want him. That's who I want. So Boat Knight over Cooper. That's what I want.
Where is he? Do you know where he's slotted?
Right now, I think 13, 14 maybe in the mock draft.
Okay, and Hadouken said it great. He said that's the only person he's going to trade up that I'm trading up for.
Yes, that's my guy. But I have always said, and you all, you have always.
Hey, how'd you pronounce his name?
See, here we go. Boat Knight.
Say it one more time.
Boat Knight.
Bork.
Whatever, Kev.
Bork Knight.
I ain't got time for this.
Bork Knight. Even Big Mike says it. Bork.
I ain't got time for this, Kev.
Yeah, exactly. Because we only got about 9 minutes and everything.
Yeah.
And the last person that I'm looking at, that shout out to Jay Boogie too. He's not in the chat and everything, but shout out to him. Luka Garza.
So I thought about Luka, and the person that I wanted at that position was the guy that played for the University of North Carolina, Sharp. That's who I was looking at over Garza.
Hold on, what's his name again?
Sharp.
Sharp.
Yep.
SHARP.
Yes. So
what's his first name?
Kev, boy, you.
Well, I'm just asking. You said Sharp.
I did. Hold on.
You did say Sharp.
I said it. I did say that. Give me a second. Let me pull his stats up. Oh my God.
Got 8 minutes.
Oh my goodness. I'm trying to get to. Why is my mouse not working? Now I'm having a Kev moment right now.
No, you just got cheap.
Stop it, Kev. Stop it. Hold on. Give me a second.
And you said from North Carolina, right?
University of North Carolina. He's the center.
North Carolina.
Let's do this. Let's do Google. Let me do Pinkerton.
7 minutes.
Okay, I'm with you, Kev. Give me a second.
I'm just saying.
Give me a second.
Because I got to finish Luka Garza's numbers.
Okay, so the guy that I'm looking at, his name is. Where's he at?
Well, it's obvious that the chat doesn't know either because it's me because because usually the chat is great with throwing stuff out there. So
yeah, they don't know either. Deron Sharp.
Deron. Okay, Deron. What?
Sharp. DAYRON.
Yeah. Okay.
Sharp.
Okay. Sharp. Okay. How tall is he?
He's 6'11". He's
6'11". Freshman. Okay, so 1 year.
Center coming out of North Carolina.
Center. Okay. How many pounds is he?
17.8. 265.
265. Okay.
Yep.
And how much?
17.8 points a game.
Okay.
14.2 rebounds a game.
You said 14?
14.2.
Okay, 14. Well, I'm going to round it off. So 14. All right. What's his field goal percentage?
They don't say.
They don't say. Okay.
2.7 assists.
Okay.
1.7 blocks and 1.5 steals.
1.5 steals. Okay. 1 steals and did he shoot from 3?
No.
Okay. All right. So we'll do that. Okay. All right. So I'll look him up and everything. And what does it say where they think he's slotted at?
He is at 34.
34. Okay, slotted 34. Okay. All right. So back to Luka Garza. He's 6'11".
Mm-hmm.
He's 205.
Okay.
He's center from Oregon.
Right.
He averaged 24 points a game. and shot 55% field goals. He shot 44% from three. Averaged 9 rebounds, 1 assist. I don't have his I don't have his block shots. That I don't have.
Right.
And I don't have his steals either. But he averaged 1 turnover a game. I like this guy, but the thing that sticks out to me the most, that 44% from three. And where have we been complaining about our centers?
Yeah, I'm with you. But what I don't want, or what I don't expect, or
and I apologize. He's from Iowa. I don't know why I got Oregon from. My God, I wish I could get stuff done. My goodness. All right, but he's from Iowa. All right, we got 4 minutes. So real quick, what are you gonna say about him?
So I was just about to say that we got to give credit what credit is due. If I can get Sharp, I'm all about Luka. You know what I'm saying? I'm with that. I'm with that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Cool. All right, so there it is, everybody. Those are some of the guys that we're looking at. Now, next week, we're going to have it's all going to be about the draft for next week. That's what it's all going to be about. We're going to get in depth about it, all the rumors and everything. We will have a full a full hour and a half. You won't get an hour of me or an hour 10. You'll have a full hour and a half of me.
Are you going to be on time?
On time. Yes, okay. We'll be on time.
All right.
So we're going to analyze many of these picks. Unfortunately, we won't be on during the draft, so that'll be something that we could talk about later on of who, they picked up and everything. And we will go from there. Okay, brother, you want to shout out some of our podcasts?
Hey, yeah, for sure. First and foremost, shout out to Blorangetears Network, right? So if you guys have not subscribed, you're missing out. Subscribe, like and subscribe. What you're seeing here, if you're here, then and you understand what the product is and kind of how we do. You know what I'm saying? Nick and Night Network, the whole nine. But like I said, starting out at the beginning of the segment, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Ron Cleveland. Prayers and everything goes out to him and his family. Hope that everything is going to be okay on that front. You know what I'm saying?
Lifting you up in prayer.
Absolutely. Prayer and power. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But at the end of the day, Kev, what I want to do is shout out to the people that view us on a weekly basis. And thank you for coming by.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a part.
Because you could have went somewhere else.
Yeah,
you could have went somewhere else.
You're
here with us, and we appreciate you. We appreciate y'all so much.
We definitely appreciate you. So, what I would say after that, Kev, is God bless.
God bless to you too.
Good night.
Yes, and I hope there's no black cat. I gotta still check my dog to see if there's a black cat. And just real quick, DSJ, I see your comments, my brother. He makes some great points about these other draft picks. We're gonna cover all of that.
We will,
and I'm gonna catch up with you about some of those as well. So we're gonna bring those up next week on our draft show. Okay, so all right, man. Great job. As usual, you always hold it down and everything.
Look, listen, brother, my brother from another mother. I love you like my play cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely. Oh, by the way, chat, just to let y'all know real quick, this guy owes me a case of Coke Zero. And y'all remember that. Y'all remember.
I do. I pay my bet.
That's right. Absolutely. Okay, my brother. Okay, Uncle Freeze, you can close us out, man. All right.
Freezy, where you at?
He's probably gone.
So here we go. Now we get to talk about who is not here when he's supposed to be here. He's
I'm here.
That's my man, 50 grand.